Welcome to Hameen Loyal. This is Eric Grissom.
And I'm Dan Johnson. Eric and I will be rewatching the iconic Twin Peaks from the pilot through the return and everything in between.
If this is your first time watching, or if you're a longtime fan, you can watch along with us as we dive deep into the strange and wonderful world of Twin Peaks.
We live inside a dream.
Today on Meanwhile, we are back. We have hit the top of the mountain or the bottom of the mountain, depending on how you set your mountains. This is Slaves and Masters, Dan. But before we get to Slaves and Masters, episode 22 for you serious Twin Peaks fans.
Season 2, episode 15 for us fools.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about. For one thing, did you know we had an Instagram, Dan?
Yeah, I know we have an Instagram.
Oh, then you're already covered.
It's wildly popular.
Yeah, so if you're interested, if you're on Instagram, you could give us a follow. Meanwhile, Twin Peaks. I don't remember what I named it. I probably should have approached this with at least the Instagram handle.
Good luck
you'll find
finding it.
Meanwhile podcast. Meanwhile Twin Peaks. Something
Twin
or other.
Mean Peaks.
There's more subscribers than there are followers. I'll say that right now. We also have, I did an interview, as you know, with Mr. Richard Green for his new film. I know Catherine the Log Lady. There's a bonus episode on the Patreon, free. Like if you're just a free member, you're going to be listening to us talk about all sorts of good time stuff. And the Scott Ryan, I talked to Scott Ryan. Guess what? Bonus episode there for free for all members. Give something to the free members.
Eric, that episode, that interview that you did was fascinating. What a great conversation you had with him.
Well, thank you, Dan.
Really well done. I have yet to see the film, but now I was looking forward to seeing it. But after that conversation, I'm on the edge of my seat. Can't wait to see it. The process of putting it together, the years of time that he spent, thinking about it, getting permission, doing the research for it, it sounded like a labor of love, and it just seems like it came out beautifully. So, yeah, great job. Looking forward to it.
I also heard from an author, William Dickerson, kind enough to send us his book, The Tao of Twin Peaks, which is available now, I believe. Right now, you can go buy this book. I have not read it. As I told Mr. Dickerson, I am reading the autobiography of Dale Cooper, as you all should be, in preparation of our upcoming discussion of it. And I can't read more than one thing at the same time. I'm just not equipped.
He's only got two eyes, folks.
Yeah, I can't, what am I, going back and forth with books? But no, check it out. It looks interesting. So I'm going to be checking that out afterward. So thank you for sending it, William Dickerson, and check it out. Go buy it. So is that it? Did I do all my three things?
I think you did. Was that three?
Checked out. Yeah, discuss the book, discuss the
Patreon,
discuss Instagram. Those are...
You did it.
A little peek behind the curtain. Okay. No. We're here to talk about Dan's favorite episode, episode 22, one of the most divisive episodes in the original run. People love this episode or they hate this episode. It is often, well, we'll see where Dan stands.
I'm not actually sure where I stand.
Okay. Episode 22 is season 2, episode 15. It's written by Harley, Peyton, and Bob Engels. It's directed by Diane Keaton.
Oh, well, la-di-da, la-di-da, la-la, yeah.
Famous actress, Diane Keaton. Now, before Diane Keaton had directed this, she did a video for Belinda Carlisle's Heaven is a Place on Earth.
Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth?
Ooh.
Can you believe that?
No.
She did an episode of China Beach.
Okay.
I will also add that, before I tell you what I think of this, David Lynch had publicly said, as far as I can remember, that he also liked this episode. He enjoyed this episode. They sort of let these directors have their fun and go for it, and Diane Keaton certainly went for it. I really dislike it.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
But I have to give it to Diane Keaton for going for it. And there's I say I don't like it, and I'll explain why I don't like it. But there's a lot of good stuff in it. There's a lot of interesting shots that I'll talk about. It just didn't resonate with me. I didn't connect with it. For me, it's a miss, and it's not all her. There's some issues with the story and just other stuff which we'll get to. This is my bottom too. We are coming out of this Twin Peaks season 2, and it's uphill from here on out. What is your take, just generally, on this episode? Because I didn't know where you would land.
Yeah, it's a lot of James. It's a lot of James, and I don't really care for that storyline at all. I don't think Donna does a whole lot to help it out either. But hopefully it's over.
Yeah, this is the end of it.
Okay, great. I can't imagine what they would do after this. So, okay.
Yeah, in Diane Keaton's defense, this also like closes a lot of storylines people hate. So it's you get the Civil War Ben conclusion, you get the Jamestown conclusion. So she didn't have a ton to work with, but keep going.
So there's that. I mean, no matter what, the characters are going to be the thing that makes it bad thing better. Albert's in this episode.
Yeah.
Albert's in this episode, and a great a bit of work he gets to do. So that's fun. There's some strange things in this that maybe I'm not sure if I feel like are strange for the sake of being strange. So that's what sticks out in my mind as something. That's why I'm on the fence. Like, I kind of like it for that reason, but it kind of is like, I'm not sure it really does much for me. You got Wyndham Earl. We really get Wyndham Earl for the first time, so that's really interesting. So there's, like you said, there's definitely good stuff in here. I don't know where I am on the overall episode. And like so many other discussions we have about TV shows, I'll probably figure out halfway through, and I'll go back and forth a couple of times. So I don't know.
All right. Well, that's just high level stuff. All right. This came out February 9th. I had 1991. I had a lot of trouble finding out it was on CBS. I'm not sure. I think it was probably a CBS movie, but I don't know what it is. NBC Carol and Company, Dear John, you know the story. You know how it's going. I don't know if it beat the movie. I'm going to say it did not beat the movie, but, Diane Keaton's, I don't know. I'm going to say it probably came in third. Does not matter. Dan, let's just go in. Let's dive into this episode. Maybe at the end of our discussion, you will know where you stand on episode 22.
Why'd you do it?
You know, I've been going through it. I can't figure it out.
James, you're not safe here. Malcolm,
Was it the money? Is that it? No. No, I got it. It was Malcolm. Oh, yeah, he made you do it, right? You better tell me a story, Evelyn, because I'm all mixed up, and I just want to know why you would do this to me.
James. What did you expect? An apology? A hidden heart of gold? I did it all, James. I did everything. I found you, I lured you in, and I kept you here while Malcolm planned a nice, neat little frame.
Why?
For the money. Out of fear.
All right, so after a slow dance over a chessboard, Widow Evelyn's brother/lover talks to a cop about the prime suspect in her husband's murder, some guy named Jim.
James.
Don't call me Jim.
Hurley. The opening of that slow-mo on the chess pieces was interesting. I do like when we've had a few of these now. Was it the previous episode or episode before when we have the tape on the drifter's mouth and that pulls away?
Yeah, it was the last one with the piece in the mouth.
And you get the piece in the mouth. That was cool. Thinking about, like you had referenced in that episode, an earlier episode, we're coming out of the acoustic tile. Just like interesting shots. I like that a lot. I don't know if it does anything for me. Does it really set the mood? I don't know, but I thought it was cool. So that was nice. The chess game is, the symbolism of good versus evil and love versus hate.
Fear versus love, technically, Dan.
Fear. That's true. You're right. We're at the Marshes estate. I'd like to see that in this town, there's a Deputy Andy as well, trying to spell out Jaguar, which is super, super fun. We get another Deputy Andy. And then whenever he leaves, there's two other policemen that we didn't see that file out in unison step with him very close to each other. So this is one of those moments where it's like, why did we do that? What was the point of that? And it was just like, that's one of the things that feels weird for the sake of just being, oh, that's weird. I don't know. So that's fine. I also get a feeling for the first time in this scene that Malcolm might be a bad dude.
Yeah, that's strange that you just figured that out. You're your own Jaguar.
Yeah, no, it's just he's so over the top. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's fine. This is like the end of the storyline, so you might as well just throw all the bad crap into it. Like we see him in the next scene or a scene later wearing the leather jacket, and it's like, oh, okay, sure. Now you're just the guy wearing the leather. Like it's
Evelyn has a type though. That's what the way Jim dresses. Don't call me Jim.
I guess. But Jimmy Boy, I mean, she does have a type, and Jim's not one to smack her around like Malcolm is as well, that we see. So, was her husband the one smacking her? I don't know. This Evelyn's a mixed up chick. We also get, is it in this first scene that we get the kind of superimposed flashback, I guess, of her at the funeral? She's got the veil over her face, and we see that recur, that motif.
Yeah, this
a few times throughout.
Yeah, this is like the chess set to the gartered legs up into the veil, and then you see the veil. But the other point, like, I never thought, or I always thought, like, the husband wasn't actually hitting her.
Yeah,
that it was like that's part of the whole steal his money thing. Not that he's a bad guy; they're trying to get out of it. It's like we're gonna pretend that he's hitting her.
Right.
When James is listening to the violence, the brother's there. I keep calling him the brother. Her boyfriend is there.
I know, but it's better to say the brother.
And he says like, "Oh, that's going on." So it's like, well, at that point,
it must be because
she may have instigated a fight and made sounds, but I never took the husband as actually abusive. Just another mark for them. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's the worst. Let's not put any more time into this storyline, please.
This is the only story I want to talk about.
Please.
Okay, well, tell me what you thought about this incredibly pivotal scene in the history of Twin Peaks.
I like the slow motion chess piece opening. I think that's interesting. One thing, because I also love The Sopranos. The dumb cop that can't spell Jaguar, is Matt Servito, who played the FBI agent on The Sopranos.
Damn. You're going to win this thing.
Agent Harris.
Okay.
So if you've seen The Sopranos, you'll be like, that's that guy. It is that guy. The cops walk away all weird. This episode is, like, if you want, like, surrealism, sure, or, like, absurd thing.
Yeah.
And it is weird for the sake of weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't ring true for me. It's just being strange, because Twin Peaks is strange, so we're going to be strange. And all of the scenes are like that for me. I don't connect in a deep way in the way that I do when David Lynch is doing things that are strange.
Sure.
Because they feel like they're honest and they're coming. It's not like so intentionally weird. And so I would like her stuff a little more if she pulled back a little bit and wasn't so, like, the walking away of the cops. It's like, oh, okay. It's like once you get to that scene, you're like, for me, I'm checking out a little bit. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about this. The brother, yes, of course, he's very violent and bad guy. It's a bad guy.
Yeah, I guess, actually, it's just one thing that makes me think of, I was just trying to think about, like, the distinction between the two. And this is so esoteric, maybe it doesn't even matter. But it's the difference between Dadaism and surrealism. Where Dadaism is a complete, like, it is absurdity for the sake of being absurd. It is pushing back against logic and reason. But I think Lynch is more surreal. Surrealism to me is more of a dream logic. Everything does make sense in its own way when you put them together. Dadaism is refuting sense. And I think the two are kind of getting used interchangeably here. And this is more of the former. This is Dadaism, where it's just like, that's weird. Why did they walk out like that? Why were there cops in the other room that weren't there for any other reason? Anyway.
All right, so we're going to go over to Wally's hideout for more scenes I don't like. James and Donna discuss his options while avoiding a waiter and the cops.
So we got all the officers at the bar.
Well, they almost look like Maytag repairmen.
Oh, that's interesting.
They must be officers.
Right.
They remind me of like the old Maytag repairman commercial with the guy from WKRP and also the guy from Willis, from Arnold and Dudley's bike shop.
Oh, yeah,
has already made an appearance here.
Yeah.
Perhaps I'll do another drop.
You can just have an awful lot of fun with your clothes off.
But he used to do a commercial for Maytag repairmen where he had like, I think it is cops, right? Because the cop goes up to him and he says, "Hey, Frank," and they all turn and they're all facing in one direction, smoking a cigar, not looking at anything. And visually, it's super cool. Like, it's like an interesting image.
Yes.
Like, there's no reason for them to be sitting there. It doesn't tie into any deeper meaning. It's not metaphor. I like metaphor. That's what I like.
Yeah.
If I had to boil it down to something, is you could be as weird as hell, but I'm going to connect with it and I'm going to feel something emotional based on a truth. And this is just weird, just strangeness.
So yes, I think it's most likely that they're police officers, but at the very least, that is a row of uniformed men, all sitting together, all looking in the same direction with cigars in their mouths, and there's the music in the background. I don't know what it is. I couldn't find what it is, but
oh, I love it. It's La Speranza. It's music. It's Angela Badalamenti music that we heard all the way back in episode 1.
Oh,
when the Briggs were eating dinner or whatever,
Yeah.
and when he knocks the cigarette out of Bobby's hand.
Yep.
It's the same music. But yeah, it's like not music that you would hear there. I love it. It's beautiful music.
No, it sounds great, but it's so unexpected for the scene. But that's what it made. It felt like to me. What do I know? But it sounded like it put me in the mind of like German opera or something. So to me, that's how this all read, is like, these are not necessarily police officers. They look to me like, are they Nazis? Are they something like, there was something more sinister in that row of men all just sitting there waiting, and they're not looking at anything. It's just a weird shot that as a still frame looks cool, but has no meaning to the story at all. So I guess like you were saying, but that leads right into Donna finding James, and they're standing there talking about a murder that just happened loudly in the middle of a bar. And the bartender's standing there right in front of them. He finally gets a line, gets to ask,
He has 2 lines. He keeps harassing her for the drink. Only her.
He asked Miss Hayward, so he knows her name now. So that's interesting. Has she just been hanging out there for a while?
Yeah, well, she had been there. You could say, okay, she had been there before when she talked to Evelyn. So maybe, hey, I'm looking for James. You know where James is? And they had some kind of relationship. So,
but it just means that there is more, like she's been there more. She has some sort of relationship. But yes, he does ask her if she wants a drink. She doesn't. She and James continue to talk. And then he comes up behind her and is like inches away and asks again. It's another one of these, like, that shot doesn't make any sense. Like, no one does that. Why would you? It does. It's another one of these, it feels weird for the sake of being weird. And I don't get it.
I wonder if you could say, okay, this Diane Keaton, it's a female perspective of what it's like in a bar as a young, attractive woman in which you keep getting harassed by dudes. Like, he does not talk to James. It's only Donna, and he gets right in her face the second time. Like, he's right on top of her.
Yeah.
And here's all the cops, and they're useless. They're not helping you. Like, so maybe you could make some meaning from that exchange, and it's not just weird for weird.
Maybe.
I have to hope that that's the case.
Hope springs eternal. We got that. We got Donna going and making that phone call. And again, you have I guess it's Frank, it's the same police officer that was just in the Marshall's house. He comes over and she like switches the conversation and pretends it was about something else. But again, it's like a man looming over her. At first, it felt a little bit more than he was just like a police officer. I didn't really know what was going on there, so it did feel a little bit menacing, but it was just, the police officer there. Anyway, I don't know. I'm belaboring this. I don't know. It was fine. Yeah. Then he goes up and he says, "Hey, fellas," and they all turn at the same time and say, "Hi, Frank," in unison. That ends the scene. So it's just I can't tell if I like that it is bizarre and absurd for no reason, or I know I would like it better if it kind of connected in a different way. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly different, right, than a typical scene. It just goes to show, like, okay, a lot of these scenes, too, now that I say that, maybe as we go through it, I'll prove true or false. The women are sort of the sane ones, and the men are completely useless. Like, you have James is just pouting like a baby, and then he's, like, playing with his drink umbrella while Donna's actually doing all the work. Like, Donna goes over, she's the one that's calling Ed, saying all this stuff, and James is just completely useless. And like, that's a scene when the cop's coming over and it's like, she's protecting James by not saying like, now I'm talking to my friend or whatever. It's all fine. I love that music score though. It's weird. When we go back to Wally's 2, it's also visually interesting, but also insane. All right, so let's jump over to the sheriff's station, and Bobby is finally going to confess his relationship with Shelley, and Cooper realizes that Bobby was the one who moved the TV during the great Leo shooting of 1990. Meanwhile, Albert is back to let Cooper in on Earl's campaign of terror. Dan, what do you think of this whole thing?
He got Bobby being the most Bobby he could ever be.
He's hardcore Bobby.
He's Bobbying so hard.
He is Gen Xing so hard.
So hard. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever.
He's got that dumb hat on.
But, I mean, Shelley is the one, it just, it comes back to the previous episode when we were talking about Shelley was the one who really saved herself from Leo. I guess, yeah, that was the last episode.
Yeah, it was
Shelley saved herself.
Thing. Right.
Sure, I guess. Bobby was the one being...
Shelley was dead until Bobby showed up. Like, Bobby...
Right, but Bobby...
Okay. You got to give him a little bit of something.
I'll give him
your point still stands.
I'll give him a tiny bit of credit, only because you just love Bobby so much.
She saves him in the end.
She does save him, saves them both. But in this scene, she's looking for some help, some assurance, and Bobby's like, I've got you. She's safe with me, whatever. It's like, no, man, she's absolutely not. Like, I don't know. Just Bobby is completely getting on my nerves in this scene. But Shelley was great. Just like, and it's kind of like mouths a thank you to Harry, that, he's going to, protect her, keep her safe. So at least she feels like she has someone there that's going to protect her. But I didn't have a whole lot with this scene other than, he leaves and Albert's coming in and just Albert looking at him. The realest line he's ever said, "Get a life, punk," is terrific.
That's great.
But before we get on to the rest of the scene, like, was there anything else in this part of it?
Like the Leo Stein line, again, like, we're really pushing hard into the Leo as Frankenstein metaphor.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Leo Stein.
At least Bobby is being honest finally about his relationship with Shelley, even if he's being a dope. This scene is also a compliment to the previous scene of James with his dumb umbrella being a complete dope. Here, her boyfriend, Bobby, is also a complete dope. Like, these guys, the young men of Twin Peaks, are all but useless. Mm-hmm. This is the best moment in the episode. The Albert arriving and then hugging Harry in that maniacal way, with everything that we've seen about how they went from enemies to Harry knocking him out, and here they are like the best of friends. Even I can still remember the first time that happened, and it's just so funny, and there's so much joy in it. I love that.
I mean, Harry is the one that, like, he prolongs the hug. It's great. It's just like smack him on the back, big bear hug. I love it.
And that is it. This is a perfect example of something that's kind of absurd, strange. Odd, but is true.
Yes.
It's true to the characters. It's true. It feels right. You can put the gas on the surrealistic pedal or whatever pedal you're doing, and it works. It's not just, there's some meat to those bones.
Well, there's history to them, and it has grown over time.
Right. Totally. That's what I mean. It resonates in some way. I like the Earl sending packages to law enforcement, so we get like this, there's a white veil, a garter, white slippers, pearl necklace, and a wedding dress. The fact that it spells out a C is a little on the nose, but it's fine. And we also learn about that vagrant. We see a picture. I got to point out the chess weirdness, because they keep changing this freaking board. So they have the vagrant pointing to a completely different spot than the last episode.
Fantastic. Okay.
He's not pointing to the move. He's pointing to a knight. So it's almost like a mock of Cooper's move, but it wasn't where it was pointing last time. So whatever. I can't put too much about this.
I mean, you did mention that last time as well. I'm glad that you pointed out the inconsistency, and I'm assuming we're going to see a little bit more of that.
Last episode, as I mentioned, like, there's one shot where you're like, okay, that's where Cooper moved. That's all we're going to go on. And then that's the real board. So why they did it this way, I don't know. But it is sort of like an echo of Cooper's move, even though it's Earl's move. We learned a little bit about rigor mortis. I did not know that it starts in the head, goes to the feet, then goes back up, and you can pose people as much as you want. The music is very heavy in the mix on a lot of this.
Oh.
The music feels very heavy, more so than normal. I don't know. It's just like, it's in every scene. There's just so much music, and I feel like you gotta pull out a little bit.
Well, can I mention? Yes, that stuck out to me. The word that I keep coming back to is melodrama, because it literally is musical drama. Like, and that scene when in this scene, Cooper goes and to stare out the window, and there's like the slatted blinds and the music just swells there, and that actually really rang false to me for some reason. It didn't really feel it felt like a parody or a satire of someone taking a serious moment to contemplate. And then Albert comes up behind him.
I kind of like that scene, though.
I don't.
Because he gets a compliment. When Albert pays him a compliment, like, this outfit looks... Because it's not his
When Albert comes
forte.
in, it's fine. I mean, just the moment when Cooper goes over to the window and it's just a single shot of him looking out the window does not feel motivated or real. I don't know. It just felt strange to me. But then Cooper comes up and he talks about the trading in the black suit. It's a fashion crime, but somehow he makes it look good or whatever. That's a wonderful moment.
And you still see how banged up Cooper is from his Jean Reno run-in. He's still got, like, his face looks like he got thrown out of the back of a car or something.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to jump over to a secluded cabin in the woods where Earl's going to give Leo a necklace and prepare for his war with Cooper.
Yeah, we got this is the first real scene we get with Wyndham Earl of any real substance or length. He's just a terror, man, jumping around like a crazed imp in Long John's playing his Japanese flute. Yeah, it's just nuts. Yeah, just really setting up Leo. So you said that the Frank and Leo metaphor, which is obviously very strong. But then he just Earl goes into this whole Leo the cat thing and leans into that real hard throughout this. He's got like the shock collar. He's got like he's training the taming the lion and everything. It's really on the nose. But it's a crazy scene to see someone like Leo, who we've seen as this really menacing, dark figure throughout this show, and then reading the books, the diary before that too, just seeing how dark of a character he is, and then Wyndham Earl just like leapfrogs him in terms of like menace and terror. So it's really cool.
It's on the border though of like him being a little too silly to be a supervillain, especially when you open up. He's in his underwear.
Yeah,
he's playing a flute, and it just doesn't match. Like, the flute sound and what he's playing it doesn't feel like it's happening out of the flute. It's like, it's just not, I feel like they could have did that live somehow, or
sure.
I don't know. It's fine though. Leo must be having the worst time. Like, how many weeks was Shelley feeding him baby food, and now he's eating gruel? Like, he can't get a decent meal. Give a guy a sandwich.
He just wants a burger. Poor guy.
I don't know. Are you done with this? Because I'm ready to go
to
Ed's place. Finally, we go to Ed's place. Norma's going to wake up in Ed's bed, and they talk about lost time. Nadine arrives, and it goes surprisingly well.
This is such a bittersweet scene. It's lovely to see the two of them actually getting to have the moment together, alone, in bed, not stealing a moment from someone else. Just they are just the two of them together. And they're just the conversation they're having just about how they've basically put both their lives on hold, or their lives were happening around them. Norma saying that she was put 365 days a year into the diner, so she didn't have to have another life and didn't have to think about what she had missed with Ed. It was just so heartbreaking. Ed kind of similarly, like, it was prom and now it's, years later and he's married to Nadine. It's just so sad to see the two of them. But it's such a tender, lovely moment. And then Nadine comes in. It's just, coming in, ripping the door off immediately. So you're just like, you immediately leave this very true, real scene between Norma and Ed, and it's immediately thrown into this comic book sort of cartoon world.
Yes.
And then she just settles down into the bed with them. And I think I really love how she plays the scene, because throughout it, like, oh God, what is going to happen? Like, she could like fly into a rage and splatter them across the walls, but she's totally cool with it. She's excited because now it means like I'm not going to feel guilty about this budding romance with Mike. Someone tell Mike if there's a budding romance going on here, because he might be news to him. But she doesn't feel concerned about that. That's great. But as she's leaving, it definitely feels like she's conflicted about it because she's holding the trophy. She only got second place because the airplane move or what airplane slam was not a
Yeah, that apparently it was not street legal or something.
so she got disqualified and got second place. But as she's walking out, she's holding the statue and she kind of like twists it. You can hear like a in the background. So she's conflicted through this, and I think that was really subtle but nice too. But
yeah, I wonder too if that's like, don't hurt him or I'll hurt you.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Like, because I beat up Hank when he was hurting.
That's right.
So if you know, because she is very much into Mike, and maybe something happened on that trip.
Okay.
I will say this, like, as a former store owner, I am feeling Norma's pain, and when you can't close and you can't get a day off and you can't have a Christmas. I love Ed's line. I turned all my Christmases into a week full of Mondays. I think that was just great.
Yeah.
All the future talk, and then Nadine shows up, and her strength is ridiculous, but I have to give it to Diane Keaton for that 3-shot of the three of them in the bed. It feels very much like a 1970s movie with Elliot Gould or something.
Sure.
That would have been on the front poster of the thing. I like it. It's visually it's dynamite.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to jump over to the Blue Pine Lodge. Josie is going to struggle when she's interrogated by Harry. Cooper has a cup of joe and goes through Josie's clothes, and also Eckert calls in.
Well, we start the scene with the wind through the trees, and they get this very interesting shot of Josie's hand sliding up like a tree stump, and there's like a beetle there or bugs on it or something, but it's like superimposed, and it resolves itself to her sliding her hand up the table leg because they're sitting at a table together of like a live edge wood table. But it's just a very interesting shot, the way that her hand was doubling as it was pulling up. It's very interesting. I don't know what it really, just other than her unease with the entire situation or whatever. I'm not sure what else it's alluding to. Maybe there's something more that will happen that is kind of playing into that. I don't know if you have an answer to that or not, but it was just a nice arresting kind of image that it resolves that way. But yeah, so they're having this conversation, getting interrogated by Harry. Cooper leaves the two of them to go get some coffee. He was definitely checking for fish in the percolator, right?
Yeah. When he was going for his coffee,
which was cool. But because then Pete comes in as well. He's
with a whole bunch of clothes,
so many clothes. Like Catherine's really like, I don't know, whatever he says.
So many coats.
Another one of these touches of surrealism for no reason, but they're having a conversation behind a swinging door, and the door just keeps it just keeps going forever. Like there's no reason for it.
No, just because it's weird. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to play her so many compliments on this in a bit, but I hate that.
Yeah.
It's what is it? What are we doing?
It's not serving any purpose other than look at me. This is a weird thing that doesn't happen. Okay, so that's fine. So that happens. Cooper takes the fiber sample from the clothes. I thought at first it was from Catherine's clothes because Pete had said, Catherine was taking all the stuff to the dry cleaner or whatever. Obviously it was Josie's because they were talking about like trying to figure out what's going on with her and cousin Jonathan, who's dead. Then we get the phone call. Eckert's calling in, so Josie's talking to him, and Catherine picks up the line. Remember when that used to be the thing? You just pick up the other line in the house.
Yeah.
Listen in. Those days are gone. And then, Eckhart realizes that Josie's gone back to Catherine. He's so disappointed.
Right. Literally, you called Catherine's house. But yes,
right.
Of course.
Right.
But I guess because I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine.
strange.
And he has pink eye for some reason. He takes off his glasses, and his one eye is all red.
Oh, we did notice that. No,
yeah,
I didn't.
It's kind of... I don't know what.
Well, that's the kind of actor he is. He's going to soldier through it. I don't know. What else? All
right. So I don't know. I already talked about the swinging door and how much I hate it. But hey, through that swinging door, you see that same picture that used to hang in the sheriff's station that I like of the big tree. That big portrait of the giant tree that was in the sheriff's station is actually also hanging here. So they moved it from set to set, or it's a very popular item that you would decorate place. Both that could be true. Cooper gets a clue from the coat. We'll have to see what that leads to.
Yep.
The push in onto the phone, and then he takes off his glasses with the pink eye, like the snake sound whip sound effect that like triggers is just so silly to me.
ran back to Catherine Martel.
But I do love the framing of the shot of Miss Jones, who's his assistant from South Africa, when they're speaking, what language are these?
Afrikaans.
Afrikaans or something, yes.
Yep.
And it's not translated, which is cool.
Right.
So it's like, okay, it's just, we're not supposed to know what they think. But the composition is very interesting, like that trunk that's vertically, and there's a picture of a playmate on the wall. So visually, that's cool. Like, that's what I mean. If she had just held back a little bit and just did kind of interesting things without putting the interesting things in front of the story, I may like it a bit more. It's the midpoint. It's a different kind of midpoint, because I'm here to tell you that this Saturday, September 13th, 2025, if you're anywhere near Ringwood, New Jersey, you can come to the old Lakeside Comic-Con, and you can visit your friend Eric. That's me. And we can talk about Twin Peaks. We can talk about the old Doctor Who show. We could talk about comics, because I'm going to have comics for sale. I'm just hoping I'm going to see you there. And other people that I would like to see there are our Black Lodge backers. These are the people on Patreon that have elected the top tier. Talking about Eric Knopp, and Dawn Adamo, and Gregory Flanagan, and Chuck Suffel, and Banjo Track. I may want all my Garmonbozia, but you will have my heart forever. How did they get here? How did they get a shout out like this? Because they have joined our Patreon, which is available right now. So if you want to support the show, you can stop by and sign up for free, or do one of the paid tiers that gets you the secret podcasts, and you help us out. Go to ericgrissom.com/meanwhile, and you should see a link for the Patreon there. All right, let's get back to the proper episode. All right, so we're going to jump over to the Great Northern. Ben is spiraling, but at least he's spending time with his family. Jerry makes a play for the throne, but Audrey's already sitting on it. Dan, what do you think about this?
Well,
Ben?
we got Jerry doing what Jerry's going to do. He's going to try to take advantage of the situation. Ben's incapacitated, therefore he's going to be the one to take over. And I just love Audrey taking charge. Here's like, actually, no, I'm going to be the one taking over. Jerry tries to argue with us. No, I actually read the documents about this is what's going to happen. Fantastic. I love that she's like you said, she's on her road to becoming a businesswoman. If she's going to do it well. And she's even able to just take Jerry, who's been at this game a much longer time, and be able to best him already in round one. Pretty cool. You got them playing Dixieland again.
Audrey's hair is out of control. Is it a wig? It seems wiggish to me, and you're usually good with spotting wigs.
Oh, thank you. That's genetic.
It seems very, unnatural, but I didn't know if it was.
I didn't clock it as a wig. I'm assuming that most of the women are wearing wigs. It just typically ends up being the way.
I'm not good at identifying a wig, yeah.
But it looked different. It was kind of, if I'm remembering correctly, almost like oblong football shaped. I don't know. It just felt very it was different. Yeah.
It's large. It's large and just kind of unkempt, which goes with the, they're all trying to take care of crazy Ben. So it would make sense that her hair's not styled or anything. Yeah. But I didn't know if it was a wig.
I'm sure it's a wig. I mean, most of the time it will be.
Yeah, so Bobby's going to show up too. He's going to try to move in on Audrey. I mentioned last week, I'm like, is this the moment? Shelley's near-death experience? Is it going to wake? No.
He's still Bobby.
We're going to go back to Wally's. Evelyn is crashing hard. And Donna makes a plea for James, but Malcolm's there to intervene.
Yeah, it's Malcolm in a leather jacket. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this.
How long ago did the bar close? All the stools are up.
Yeah.
Interesting shot composition with the upturned stools, but doesn't make a ton of sense. I guess she's just still drinking after hours. So that's the point, is she can't stop drinking.
She's obviously a regular. I mean, literally every day.
But it looks like there's no one there until, and finally the guy gets to get Donna a drink, but he never delivers it. So that's something he's been asking her. Do you want a drink? Do you want a drink? Evelyn's like, get her a so-and-so. He never comes back.
And she says, get her something with an umbrella. And it sounded like a kind of sneering sort of just get her, she's a little girl, get her a drink with an umbrella in it. Evelyn's drinking a drink with an umbrella. So
Yeah. And so is James. James was
Okay.
playing with the umbrella. That's probably the drink that's... Wally's is known for a couple of things.
right.
One of them was a zombie. If you can go and drink a zombie is that a drink?
That is a
A
drink.
Mai Tai, maybe.
Mai Tai would probably have an umbrella. It's that, and it's a police hangout place, which is really odd for Evelyn to be in because
Yeah.
she's not up to good things.
I got nothing else. We already talked about the leather jacket
Menacing Malcolm. That's
being
it.
a type for her. At the sheriff's station, Albert has a strong suspicion about who shot Cooper, but Cooper's worried what the news will do to Harry.
Yeah. We get another one of these interstitial shots of the windy trees, but now it's got a Black Knight chess piece.
Cooper's Black
superimposed.
Knight, which is Cooper's last move.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what that was.
As
okay.
the Black Knight.
Gotcha. So that was kind of nice. Yeah, it seems like the fingers of fate is being pointed at Josie as the murderer of Jonathan. I mean,
Well,
isn't that what we're seeing?
there's two things happening here, not just Jonathan. There was a mystery that was set up in Twin Peaks Season 1 that no one's really followed up on until now.
Oh,
And that's what he's talking about.
he's talking about the attempted murder of Andrew?
The Vicuna coat
Yeah. Oh,
is the thread they found outside Cooper's door.
I wondered why that word meant something to me, but I didn't put the pieces together. Boy, am I a dummy.
Finally, we knew who shot you, used
Okay.
James Bond gun. They wore a Vicuna coat. I had said, we're going to figure out who's wearing the Vicuna coat, and maybe you saw her wearing a Vicuna coat. And then Cooper finds the coat, and he takes the
Oh,
thread, and then
no.
Albert looks at it, and he basically says, like, either she shot you or she's lending her wardrobe out to bad people that shot you.
This is what I'm... Okay. I must have blacked out during this scene, but okay. Yeah.
That's why, even more than just Jonathan, Cooper's like, he doesn't want to believe that it could be true. But
Right.
everything is pointing to her having been the one that shot Cooper, as well as doing Jonathan. And listen, we're going to go into another room in the sheriff's station where they don't want Harry to find out, but he's got it on a projector in the room of Josie's face, hand drawn. Like,
Right.
if he even comes in to deliver donuts or say, who needs another cup of coffee? He's going to see Josie's face on the screen. So they're not doing a great job of keeping this from Harry.
Well, this just means that I really ought to watch the episodes before we talk about them. I don't know how I missed that. It was a pretty big deal there.
In your defense, this is a mystery that they establish and just really didn't follow
They
up
did
on.
not. I mean, it was pretty important, and it was at the beginning of this season, technically.
They set up the Vicuna coat, and so you're supposed to be remembering that, but this is where we're finally getting the identity. Or, maybe it's not her, but everything seems to point to her.
Seems to be. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to jump over to Harry's office. Harry's going to tell Cooper the identity of the vagrant, and Cooper realizes he's never beat Earl at chess.
It's just struck me as funny to me that it seemed like they had to really, double emphasize the fact that the chessboard is an analogy for people who are going to get murdered. Like, Harry didn't seem to pick up on that fact right away. So he had to be like, the exposition had to be super clear and explain that. Obviously that's for the audience, but it just felt strange. Like, oh wait, so you're saying that every person is a piece on the board. Anyway, that's fine. The whole thing with the vagrant is just another one of those pieces of Wyndham Earl. It has significance, just like the spelling out the C with all the garments. It's Powell, which was the maiden name of
Caroline.
I was going to say Catherine, but I knew that wasn't right. Of Caroline. So yeah, everything he's doing has significance to this.
And that he's playing by his own rules, because Harry's like, oh, do you think they're related? It's like, no. This is like his weird way of talking to me. Like, it's not as obvious as, okay, that's her brother. It's like, no. He's picking a random Caroline or a random Powell and just murdering him just for this one point. And we get to bring in Pete, right? This is where they're like, you want a chess player? Let's get Pete Martell on the board, because we're not moving, and I got this board and I want to move a piece and I can't because got another episode without a chess move. It's Cooper's move. Let's jump over at the Double R. Pete's going to be the one that's going to help out with this chess game. He's enlisted against Earl and given a very strict objective, Dan. Stalemate the game, losing the least amount of pieces, none if possible. Meanwhile, Shelley gets her job back and Harry tells Norma Hank is going to jail.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Pete's going to be the chess champion. Everyone saw that one coming. It's great. I love that. The look of Doc Hayward again, like this is a game, they play often or something, because it's just like, you beat me again. I love that. Cooper, he's like playing the three people at once. Is it Toad? Is the other person
Toad, Cooper, and Doc. He's playing
great.
3 separate games at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's very impressive. He's very
good. It's great.
He owes it all to Jose Raul Capablanca, which is an actual Cuban chess champion.
Yeah, the Capablanca defense, which is, I don't know what it is. I just know that term. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we get Pete. Dimensions, layers to this man. Fantastic. Norma sitting there polishing the ice cream cone, which I just don't know why. I think that's the kind of absurdity I like. Like, it's just, obviously she's have to clean it. She's keeping it clean, but it's also visually like, this is bonkers. I love it. Shelley coming back, and it's just like, Shelley's back where she belongs with Norma at the diner. The two of them hugging. That relationship, it's been away for too long in this show. I'm just so glad to see that back again. And then we get the news that Hank is probably going to be out of jail soon. Or sorry, out of the hospital soon. But that Harry thinks he's going to be going away for at least the parole violation, if not all the other things he's been doing. But that just, that looming in the background after having that nice scene with Norma and Ed previously, you just got this hanging over us. But that's all. What about you?
I just feel bad Norma can't get a break from work, not even to visit Shelley. I love these two. Things are finally working out, which is nice. I'll give another compliment with a little backhanded slide. I do like the window shot of Harry and Norma when they're talking.
Yeah.
It's really well done. It's interesting. It's well composed. Thematically, it doesn't quite work. She's being freed, not confined. So it feels like a confining, but it beats the swinging door.
Well, as he's talking about Hank, though.
Yeah, she's talking about Hank, but she's getting everything she ever wanted. I mean, I guess you could, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm worried that Hank. I know what you mean. I know. I'm trying to back into a meaning for it.
It's an interesting shot, but it doesn't quite match the content in a way that. But it's cool. Whatever. It's good. I'm being an asshole by even bringing that up. It just is so much better than the swinging door.
I'll be the asshole in saying that I agree with you, except that it calls attention to itself, because I was actually, as I was watching the scene, I was wondering, did they shoot it without glass in that pane? So it was like I had enough time to be able to think about something other than the scene that's going on, because it called attention to itself in a way.
Yeah, I don't know. I for me, it was beautiful. I thought it. I would.
It's fine.
I didn't feel like that was calling attention to itself as much as we've just saw a swinging door.
The swinging door is
going the whole time. So this was cool, but
Okay.
Whereas we talk about the Todd, it was a Todd Holland one. I don't remember, where she's talking to Hank trying to get out, and Hank's in her business, and they're cramped in between those the milk machine and the milkshake machine or whatever. And that's okay, that feels like I'm tight because we're in a thing. Here it's you mean he's not coming? He's going away? Yeah, but we're tight. I don't know. It just
I got you.
Whatever. All right. So is that all I got? That's all I got. We're going back to the Blue Pine Lodge. Catherine has an old friend for dinner.
Catherine and Eckhart are so overdressed for this dinner for two.
Yeah, it's a rich white people get together.
Boy, howdy, the two of them. He's in a full tux with a vest. She's
aristocratic showdown.
I guess so. Which is great, because then you have Josie there. This whole the menace of Eckhart, who she's terrified of, and Catherine, who she's enslaved to, and just talking about, maybe I'll give you Josie if you give me what I want. And Josie's just there having to deal with this the whole time. I love the tension around this. And I mean, Piper Laurie, just chew the scenery. I love it. I'm here for it all day. It's fantastic. So Catherine and Thomas just talking about Josie's property is just terrific. And Josie, she's snapping at her the whole time, get the drink, get the food ready, all this stuff. It's just demeaning. And then the final shot of Josie, revealing the dinner tray, and it's the head of the pig with the apple stuffed in its mouth. It was a great shot. So it was interesting.
She's being served up just like that head. Catherine is trading Josie to Eckhart like Stillwater traded Penny Lane to Humble Pie, guys. You know what I'm talking about.
For $50 and a case of Heineken, I'll throw into the pot 3 lovely ladies, including Miss Penny Lane.
It's horrible. Like Josie was literally a street child. Oh, it's from Almost Famous. Come
Okay,
on.
great.
Remember?
Okay, sure.
All right. So Josie is literally like a street child. No,
Yeah.
sold from her own parents to Eckert, raised in this horrible environment. And here they are, these two rich, aristocratic, whatever, titans of industry in this small town, just talking about her like she's just an object to be discarded. It's really, it makes you feel a little bit something for Josie, at least for me.
Oh my God. And when Eckert like,
even though she shot
Josie's-
Cooper.
Well, right.
Or
right.
Allegedly.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
But I mean, Eckhart kissing her hand and Catherine saying that she's got these long, beautiful fingers, like even her fingers delicate. Eckhart's like, I remember. It's just creepy and terrible, and I love it and gross.
It's very weird.
Great scene.
It's human trafficking. All right, so we're gonna go over to Evelyn's home. Ugh, would this finally be over? A drunk Evelyn has her way with fashion magazines while blowing Gandalf-sized smoke rings. James arrives and another woman tells him he's sweet but dumb.
Oh, James. Yeah. Even in this scene, Evelyn's there. She's blowing her smoke ring. She's absolutely wasted on the sofa, and James comes in and is like towering over her. Like you said, she has a type, and now James is conforming to that type as well. He's
very aggressive.
He doesn't quite throttle her or thrash her around, but he's really close to it, and he's so in her space that he might as well be definitely violating her in that way. It's just, am I getting sympathy for Evelyn? No, I'm not getting sympathy for Evelyn. That won't happen. But I mean, yeah, it's really weird. But then here, this is why I can't have sympathy for her. She says the line, she loves him for the good and honest way you taste. No, just
I like the way you taste too. Yeah, that's the follow-up to that.
Terrible. Just disgusting. But the two of them are having this conversation, and how they would think that, Malcolm's not going to be here. Why would he be here? He only lives here. He's only domineering my entire life. He's only masterminded a murder. Well, how could he possibly find the two of us here? It's just so silly. Yeah, and then does it happen in this scene that he shoots James?
No.
Okay.
No, that's later.
Slow-mo description. I'm trying to understand why I said this. The slow-mo description
There's a slow because
of what Evelyn is going to or supposed to do.
All right, so I can take this one.
Why did I say
there's
that?
There's a slow motion scene in this which immediately brings you back to Leland Maddie, and she uses it twice here and during the shooting scene.
Okay.
So there's a moment where it's just a slow motion Maddie, where the Leland Maddie stuff soars because it's people we care about.
Yes.
And it's things we understand, and it's real tension and real drama, and it dies like a dead car here because we do not care about these people. So they're having that I love you the way you taste, blah, 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 blah. And then he comes in, Malcolm comes in and grabs her, and then she goes into that like slow-mo, he's like shaking her, and it's like it's basically like the Bob Maddie scene where it's slow motion and you hear like everything slow down. But it does not work for me, because I do not care about these people and I have nothing invested in this drama. But yeah, they use the slow motion twice, so it's not the shooting part yet.
Okay. That's
going to come next.
Yeah, it's
all right.
great.
I don't have anything else. I
we
just
can
feel
move
bad
on.
for Donna too. Like Donna is doing all this work to get James. There's no love. James just likes the way she tastes too. Like James is kind of a bad dude. Like all the stuff that Bobby and Mike were saying about him. He's dating Laura, then immediately she dies. He's with her friend. Then he's kind of moving in on Laura's cousin. Then he's abandoning Donna right after there's a terrible murder. Then he's hooking up with this married woman. And then he's still trying to get with her while Donna's there trying to help him.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like a bad dude. So, and that's not his fault. It's just how they wrote it. I don't know what they're going for. I don't know if it's supposed to be James getting corrupted by some force. I don't know. It's just kind of, it's not for me. All right. So let's go to the Great Northern. And we've gone full dinner theater. So I hope you are ready for a night of amusement. The North surrenders, but Ben is back. Thank God. Although I'm not 100% into where Ben goes, but we're going to deal with everything that's going to come. This runs way too long, but yes.
Jesus, this is ridiculous. I mean, they set it up, so they have to pay it off. Like, this was the whole, we missed the Audrey says to Jacoby in a previous scene, like, okay, we got to get him out of this, like, whatever. So this is the final, like, he's got to win the war, but they just, it's funny in a way because they are all performing like they are in dinner theater, and they're all terrible actors. So it's great. Like Jacoby is constantly checking his lines. So he has like a cheat sheet. So he's saying that Jerry is terrible. He's just like missing his cues. But they have a full stage. They have a curtain that drops. They have the whole thing. Audrey is doing her level best to get through this, but it is just absolutely ridiculous. We got Bobby being Bobby, so Audrey does her thing, and it's mostly Jacoby and Ben and Jerry on the stage, and she's sitting there, and Bobby's behind her, and he just sniffs her shoulder, and then she catches him and slaps him in the face, which I love. And then later when Bobby says, wait, I thought the North won the Civil War, and Audrey's disgusted with him and slaps him again. So we do have a couple of good moments in here, but you're right, it does go on really long.
And it's
we got this whole Wizard of Oz thing when Ben finally wakes up. It's like, I had this craziest dream, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there. It's just, that's fine. At least it's over. At least this part of it is over, but I don't know.
The Wizard of Oz thing, but we've already done the Wizard of Oz, and we did it so much better before. Yeah, it just doesn't work. And where this also doesn't work is he's saying like, I had the craziest dream that like I was in the Civil War, and you were there, and you were there, and they're all literally dressed like the characters in his fantasy. It's
right. And he says, "Why are you dressed like this?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only to make the thing work, but he should be like, I had the I'm still in the fantasy because you're all dressed.
Right. Have I woken up yet?
Civil War people. So it's just trying to make something work that doesn't work. But I'm happy it's over, and I'm happy that Ben's back, and it's a sweet moment when they do break it, and he's like, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. And they're all laughing and having a good time. And Bobby's like playing his horn or whatever. So it's
sure.
Let's just move on. All right. We're going to go to Earl's cabin. He's going to start setting his plan in motion. Yep.
So more of Wyndham treating Leo like an abused pet. He gives him like the little kisses on the cheek and gives him a treat. But Leo actually kind of smiles at the attention or the affection that he's getting from him. Like, Leo's a mixed up man. Obviously he's really mixed up.
Yeah, he's in that what's that syndrome called? Munchausen. Is that what it is when you start liking your abuser? It's not Munchausen.
No,
syndrome.
it's
that's when you're sick or something. It's Patty Hearst whatever. Doesn't matter. He's now so abused.
Stockholm syndrome.
Thank you.
That's it. Yes. No, I guess so. Is it? It's that, or yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because you got to think he's been shot by Shelley. Yeah. He was already on the verge of death. Somehow he came back barely, and he's being shocked. His
brains have been scrambled.
He's pretty much just pudding up there.
But then we get in this, I guess setting up the future chess moves that Wyndham's trying to put into play. He's got to pick a queen, and we get that
three
photo
headshots,
of Donna, Shelley, and Audrey together.
Also, the same three girls on the cover of Rolling Stone. So interesting.
Oh, fantastic! They could have just put the Rolling Stone cover instead. Yeah. That would have been really nice.
They do look like headshots, like the way that they're. Yeah.
They do look like headshots. Yes. But yeah, I don't know. It's just what. So he was trying to get Leo to write.
Yeah, so he's writing something, which you'll find out next.
He's writing episode. And he's moving his hand. I guess that's when he gives the little kisses. Anyway, it's just a weird scene, but it's fine.
And Leo's struggling to talk. Leo's little no, which is Leo no. The slow motion fall of the paper is an interesting choice, but I'm not sure if I love it. I don't know. Once again, we have to go back to the Marsh home. Legally, by law, we signed the paper to do this contest. We signed the paper to do this podcast. So take us to the Marsh home. Holy shit, this thing won't end. Dan,
I mean,
get me through this.
I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully it's freaking over. So there's a whole plan. James came back. He's a crazed murderer. He's going to finish you off. So you shot him. Bang, bang, bang. But then, Donna catches them and saves the day. And Evelyn finally, she's the one that kind of turns the plan around. She shoots Malcolm, and she's like laying there on it. It's a very interesting thing. Like whenever she shoots him, and Malcolm's like laying there bloody, and Evelyn's kind of on the floor, caught up with him, and like rolls him over and almost uses him like a pillow as she's talking to herself. It's like
she's running through the same.
And she's using the same thing that Malcolm had said while she's laying on his slowly cooling body beneath her. Yeah, is it over? We got. I don't know, man. I hope this is it.
Yeah, we're finally through the rain here. What's Donna's wear? She's wearing those brown jackets with like the hanging things that look like Dennis Hopper in Easy Rider, like one of those. I don't know anything about fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like if she was like Davy Crockett or something, like a leather. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I like your description of it.
Well, I'm doing hand things, which doesn't work on an audio podcast.
I'm really enjoying it.
So I apologize for that. Yeah, it's.
Are we miming pockets? Was there pockets? Is that what you're miming?
No, like the hanging things, like a hanging leather thing.
Fringe?
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Fringe. Yeah, strips of leather.
Like a Davy Crockett.
Oh yeah. Right.
It's just a weird choice. That was my note.
Davy Crockett probably would have been the better reference for me than Dennis Hopper and Easy Rider, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. No, she's definitely wearing the fringe. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah. So we go back to the slow motion. We talked about this last time.
Yeah.
Where she kills, and it's just literally there's no tension in this scene. There's no tension in this. You think about the last time we saw slow motion, and you're like literally jumping out of your own skin with the repeating record, and it's just all. This is just two people doing something stupid in slow motion.
With Donna also, I mean, she saves the day in a way because she stops them, but she's just all she's doing is just
screaming. Yeah,
which fine. Fair enough, but there's just not a whole lot of else going on for her.
They're not doing Lara Flynn Boyle any favors with this script for her.
No.
Any of these characters. That's the thing. It's like you have the best characters.
Yeah.
Why are we spending time with Malcolm?
Well, now we're done with it. Thank goodness.
Right? I don't know. Whatever.
No, you're right.
Fine. It's fine.
It's spreading too much across too wide a surface area. Like you only have 42 minutes or whatever. Let's just focus in on the things that matter. All right.
So we're going to be done now. So we're going to go back to the Great Northern. Cooper looks at a picture of Caroline, not realizing his old partner is feet away. But the good news is he left him a gift.
Yeah. He looks like Catherine dressed up. Like it's just the makeup just looks the disguise just looks so silly. It just looks so silly. Cooper just keeps a picture of Caroline in his wallet.
He loves her. That's the love of his life. So yes, of course he does.
Oh,
of course he does. He was hurt by love. That's why he can never really fall in love again.
But like Pittsburgh though, I guess
absolutely
maybe he'd want to like heal from that and move. Okay,
no, that's fine. He loves her.
Poor wounded. He's wounded.
Maybe he'll meet someone.
We know that in Twin Peaks, it's very popular to send postcards with an owl on the front.
Yeah,
just a full rack of owls. It's just
great. And Earl is very interested in it, so maybe it's some connection to Earl's interest in that sort of thing.
Maybe. Ooh, owls. Yeah, and I like the detail in Coop's room back to the Great Northern. His suit is still hanging there, ready to go at a moment's notice.
Yeah,
he's got an FBI
can't come
suit.
soon enough.
No, he's even in that shot, he turns away and he's wearing the flannel. Everything. He's still got his deputy badge on. It's just like the juxtaposition of the two. Yeah, can't wait for him to get back to it. Yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think about this.
I think the mask in the bed with the lighted eyes is a really interesting image.
With the tape, it was a tape recorder behind it. Is that?
Yeah, behind it is a tape recorder. Also, Cooper's modus operandi is using tape recorders, and here is Earl talking to him via tape recorder. We find out, if you didn't know, like they both still love Caroline. So even though Cooper believes Earl killed Caroline, he still loves her in his own weird, twisted way. Mm-hmm. And he does say, "It's Your Move" with Jason Bateman, which is a weird plug that they did. I don't know why they're promoting "It's Your Move" because that show was, had come out 10 years earlier.
And Jason, your role has been described as kind of a lovable con man. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would. Probably some of the things that my character is probably closer to is he was a hustler with a heart.
I don't know. I don't remember when
You're the
It's Your
only
Move
person
came out.
that knows that.
It was a spin-off from Silver Spoons, right? It's Your Move.
Yeah.
Great show. Jason Bateman. And I'll be dropping in a It's Your Move clip right now.
Wait a minute, I should have known. I had a feeling someone has been using my typewriter, and someone has been sitting in my chair.
Someone been eating your porridge too, Norman?
Without looking up, how many episodes did It's Your Move go?
I'm going to say it was one season. 20 episodes, 22 episodes.
Wow. No, it went almost a full, so it was 18 episodes.
Okay.
I would have guessed 5.
5 seasons?
5 episodes.
Oh, 5 episodes.
I really would have
It was
thought.
good. No, I remember it was very good.
I would have thought it would have got canceled halfway through production, but okay, that's
I've been
fine.
a big Jason Bateman fan for a very long time.
Love Jason Bateman. Do not get me wrong.
All right, I got nothing. I don't have anything else on this thing. I think we're finally done. Now that it's came and went, I don't know if your opinion changed on it. I still dislike it. It's not for me, but I find plenty of things about it that are good. So
yeah,
yes and no, Diane Keaton.
If you pull out the main storylines, okay, I think it's good for the fact that you mentioned we're wrapping up a bunch of stuff that no one really wanted to focus on. We're done with Malcolm and Evelyn.
Ben's back. Shelley's going to be back at the diner. Like things are getting right.
So things are kind of getting reset to where they ought to be. So it's good in that way. This is not an episode I'd ever go back and watch again if I didn't have to do this for a podcast. Like I said, there's some great moments. But they're just because they're great characters that are underutilized. So looking forward, listeners, you've heard it here. Eric said we're on the upswing from here. So we're all going to hold him to it. Let him know in the Patreon.
The episode called On the Wings of Love, directed by Dwayne Dunham. To me, that is the point that things get better. The next episode, I prefer to this episode. This episode
Low
is
bar.
The bottom of the valley for me. The next episode is better. Don't expect it to be
it's a banger, folks.
wonderful.
You heard it.
Well, actually, no. It's Leslie Linka Glatter. I always love her.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a big step up, and then we get to a bigger step up, and then it's all the way up to the top of one of the best, craziest episodes of television you'll ever see. So if you've never watched Twin Peaks before, I am so jealous of what it's gonna be like for you when you watch the last episode.
Fantastic. Well, we're moving in that direction.
Yes. So see you next time for episode number 23. Dan, I forget what it's called. The Condemned Woman, I believe.
Sure.
Something like that. Yeah.
We'll just call it that.
Has a very famous, iconic, once you're a Twin Peaks fan, you talk to someone else, you're like, what does this mean? It's got a big what does this mean moment that I look forward to talking to Dan about.
Fantastic. I look forward to watching it.
Okay.
All right. Until then.
Thank you for listening to the Meanwhile podcast with Dan Johnson and Eric Grissom. If you would like to support the Meanwhile podcast, join our Patreon. It's available right now. You can sign up, and for just a few dollars a month, you can keep this show going, and you can get access to some exclusive podcasts and some secret stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else. So if you'd like to join, go to ericgrissom.com/meanwhile and look for the Patreon link. If you like our show, please consider rating and reviewing the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're hearing this now. Meanwhile is produced by Eric Grissom and Where's My Robots? The Meanwhile theme song is written and performed by Paul Finn and Evening Pines. If you want to let us know what you thought of the show, you can reach Dan at danjnj.com, both on the web and on Blue Sky. Eric can be found on Blue Sky at ericgrissom.com, which is also his website. It's also me, right? That's weird. We'll see you again. And in the meantime, be good.
Listen to the sounds.
Meanwhile.
I'll never use this audio.